Okay, so we're cleaned here, and I am going to do a short, quick tutorial on sewing your boxing gloves or boxing wraps together. Since our boxing wraps were too short, we needed longer ones. So what I'm doing is I'm taking two boxing gloves and I'm going to sew them together. So what I've done is I've unraveled this where it's on the same side, one facing up the Velcro side. So we've got Velcro side is up. Okay, and then I just went all the way out until I got the other wrap, and I lined it up to the Velcro side with the end of the wrap. So I'm going to line that up, and I line it up right here where the Velcro ends of the other wrap, and that's going to be my sew point. And when I sew, I'm going to sew right along this rectangle right there. And since this material is stretchy, most all stretch material, you want to use a zigzag stitch. Just make sure you line it up. This is a quick way to save money if you had two wraps and you need the longer one. You know, just, hey, sew them together. So I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. My setting on my machine is already set to a zigzag stitch. Alright, so I'm going to do a secure stitch, and then I'm going to run all along that line. I'm going to stop with the needle down. If you don't have an automatic needle down, then you can turn your wheel to a needle down. I'm going to rotate it at a 90-degree angle. Line it up, make sure everything's lined up and flat. I'm going to keep stitching. Okay, another 90-degree angle, following that rectangle. Okay, needle down, last turn. Right at that end point, do your back tack or your secured stitch. Mine has an automatic cutter, so I just cut it. And you now have one continuous strap for your boxing wraps. So we got the Velcro end here. It follows all the way along to the connecting point. And so here's my top, and again, when you lay this all out, make sure that this end here is facing the same direction. Oh, I got tangled. It's facing the same direction as your end point, which is this point right there. So this, when you lay it all flat, it's going to look like this. Well, at least that's what I did. If you want to start that way, you can start that way, but it's just easier to start looking at that way. So now, what you can do, which I think what we're going to do, because these were a bit older wraps that we had, is right here, then here's the part you sewed, and then here's the back, and then since this is all stitched now, I can get some scissors and I can cut that off, and then I have one continuous strip. I'm not sure if my husband wants to use these again, so when, you know, I'm not going to cut this off now, but, you know, he can still, this is still flexible enough to wrap around your hand, and it's not going to make a difference whether you cut it off or not. To keep it clean though, I would definitely cut that off, and that's how I would finish it. So there you go. You've got 2 wraps that were not long enough, and you needed them longer because when you're boxing, you don't want to get any fractures in your hands, and so you want a longer wrap. And so that's what we were going for, and we didn't have to go to the store. We recycled, repurposed, we fixed it, and that's what we are so happy to be able to do. So anyways, quick tutorial, how to do wraps. If you know how to get this material, and you can probably even sew your own wraps, with Velcro and these little end ties, and sew that on. It's really easy to make your own wraps. It kind of looks like it's a twill material, which you can buy pretty much at your local craft store, fabric store. And I wonder if let's see gauge here. Looks like the width. This is me talking as a seamstress now, trying to figure out how to even save even more money. That is about 2 inches in width of a twill cotton. So yeah, it doesn't look very hard to do if you know the basics of sewing to make this. Of course, my husband, when you're getting into boxing, you want something name brand. So anyways, there you go. Quick tutorial on how to extend your hand wrap for boxing. Alright, thanks for watching, and happy sewing.